Honorable Chief Minister GOA, Dynamic Dr. Pramod Sawantji, respected Vice Chancellor of this University, Professor Harilal B. Menon, Honorable Registrar Professor Vishnu Konkani ji, members of the Executive Council, Academic Council, Court, and other bodies of the University, Deans, Vice Deans of the schools, faculty members, principals of colleges, recipient of degrees, award winners, dear students and parents of students, other distinguished guests, and my dear brothers and sisters. I am extremely happy to attend this function. This is an auspicious moment in my life. While I was a student, the degree of law, while the university was distributing, due to my over activities related to politics, on that occasion, I didn't attend that function. Now I am repenting. And anyway, GOA University is considered as one of the best universities in our country. Of course, there may be some drawbacks. That's quite natural. In our assembly discussions, discussions are always protected under law. But it is stated that our university, some deterioration suggested by somebody, they have got the right to do that. But I would like to say that if a close scrutiny of things, our university is maintaining its standard and developing day by day. There was an amendment to the Constitution in 1956. In that constitutional amendment, our Constitution stipulates that mother tongue should be given the first priority. That is called 250 or 350A, subject to correction I am saying, of the Constitution. So an amendment on the basis of experience in independent India, we made the amendment. But whether that amendment was carried out, implemented properly, that's a question I don't want to answer. But I can say one thing. Our university, and I put a suggestion to Vice Chancellor and other officials of the university, that Konkani language is an ancient language, beautiful language, and lot of literary works are there in that language. Then I talked to our Chief Minister that this language is concerned, it is mother tongue for Kerala people, about 2 lakh people in their house. Mother tongue is Konkani. Our Vice Chancellor's better half is here. In their area, there are more than 1,000 houses of a particular community. There in their house, Konkani language is using. I don't know whether you are aware of that. I visited all those places. And in Karnataka also, Konkani being used as first language, mother tongue, in various places. In Maharashtra also certain area. I am not studied about all these things in detail. But I suggested our Vice Chancellor and others and discussed with the Chief Minister. Chief Minister stated that he will go to any extent for the expansion of this mother tongue language, and I suggested that some Konkani language institutes we can control from here in such states, Cochin or Mangalore or Bangalore or wherever it may be, let them say, that institutes we are going to start, and experts from universities suggest that UGC, some legal impediments are there. Then I told them frankly that as far as law is concerned, the plain section itself is not the basis as such. Of course, it's a basis, I am not quarreling with that. But interpretation of law is the important thing. So how to give interpretation? I told them whatever may be the legal impediment, you put it before me, we can overcome that, and we will be able to expand our language through our university to the other parts of the country also. Other scientific achievements and subjects are also multiple intelligentsia, and at the same time that types of artificial intelligence, etc. are the present situation. I would like to say that our university is already taken steps, and they had, I don't know whether they informed all these things to our Honorable Chief Minister and Education Minister, that some foreign countries also discuss all these aspects, expansion of our university, spread its wings to other parts of the world also. Such a thing is there. So we will have to extend our possible help and cooperation to the university. As for the subject of this convocation speech, prepared a book and booklet is given. Otherwise it will take 33 pages, it will take more than 1 hour. So I don't want to take much time. One thing I would like to present before this august audience, the Atmanirbhar Bharat. Atmanirbhar Bharat consists of 3 concepts. Atma. Nirbhar also the same Sanskrit concept, Hindi concept, and local language concept is same. Bharat also the same concept. So 3 aspects are there. When I go through, and when I had occasion to go through these aspects, so where we were at fault about 300 and 400 years back, so we are, as an independent Bharat, our entire idea during the time of our freedom struggle, and especially mentioning the freedom struggle in India, other than Portuguese province of this GOA, Pondicherry area, French domination was there, but other parts of the country, of course, British control was there, and in many aspects we were considered as slaves. To correct that aspect, there is specific purpose. I am not going to the political aspects of anything, because as a governor, I am not expected to talk anything about politics, especially partisan politics. So the aim of our Gandhiji, when he took the leadership of Indian independence, he stated, my freedom. Everybody was celebrating freedom in 1947, August 15, in the jubilant mood. Gandhiji was away from Delhi, and he was with the village people. Then at that time, he has given a definition to his concept of freedom. That concept of freedom, the minimum thing should be guaranteed for the last person in the queue of development of this country. Then only freedom is a reality to me. That was Gandhiji's concept. And Gandhiji, when in 1930s became a national leader, he stated that each and every freedom fighter should devote time and their life for 3 freedoms. One is political freedom. Of course, in 1947, India got it. and part of India, GOA got it in 1961. So now we are having political freedom. The other two freedoms also equally important according to Gandhiji. In 1930s, the Congress party's documents, if you go through, we can see that every worker of freedom should devote time for social freedom as well as economic freedom. That was not a mere resolution or mere statement by Gandhiji. Introduced so many things. I am not going to the details. Harijana Uddaran, Pandi Bhojan. For equality, everything was done by each and every freedom fighter should every day do that. Then Gandhian economy also. Grama Swaraj concept. What happened to that aspect is a political subject. I don't want to, I have got my own opinion, and I don't want to be a part of such a discussion. I am, as a governor, I don't want to go at this stage. What happened to our country? Gandhiji appointed one of the important political leaders, a powerful leader, as the convener for implementing his economic approach, Gandhian economics and other things. Later, Pandit Deendayal Upadhyaya also followed that. Even in Ramanagar Lohiya's economic concept also, even that socialism is interpreted by him in such a fashion. So the national level, that is the basic concept. But in 1950, one word I want to say, instead of Gandhian economy, the concept of our forefathers, we adopted Russian planning. I am only confined to that aspect and I am stopping there. Then can we say any of the five-year plans achieved its target? That also may be discussed by the students and economists of our country. In such a situation, if you, a close observation, close study of Atmanirbhar Bharat, you can say a country is, again, we want to, our Bharata Varsha, including all the people, no discrimination against anybody. Such a country is in the mind of our national leadership. I am not mentioning any political party. In our national leadership and Atmanirbhar Bharat, we are trying our level best to achieve that goal. Recently, so many fields. I don't know whether if I am going to the details, some political dispute may be there. I don't want to go there. Of course, according to the latest, if you search with respect to economic position of the countries, 5 years back, we were the 6th economic power in the world. You just look into the recent study, not by UN. UN study only after its final result come. Now we are the 4th economy power in the world. I'm very happy to say one more aspect. Till the recent past, Britain was the 4th or 5th economic power in the world. Now we bypassed them, and our country became 4th, and UK is the 6th now. My happiness is that in 1834, one person from UK willfully committed a forgery to us. Not only forgery to us, to the entire world. 1834, Macaulay introduced the Indian education system in the British Parliament. Prior to that, in 17th century starting, East India Company came to us. They conquered, day by day are doing. Britain was very much conscious about the social setup of India. Indian villages are united. People from various walks of life, they were together. How to defeat India, how to divide India. They were very clever. The British Parliament, all of a sudden they didn't do anything. No acts passed by the Parliament. Instead of that, slowly they given power to this East India Company. That is a commercial, their prime aim at that time was commercial gain and other things. Then slowly through that process, till 1834, they continued that process, and 1834, first step to conquer India. They studied a lot. They found that Indian society in villages, in interior areas, in various not Rajavamshams and other things, their concept was, it is not easy to divide Indian society. Then other thing I give it to you, part of history. Divide India, they have devices were opted and they were, this is a university's very important function. I am requesting all of you should go through Macaulay's first report, which was accepted by the British Parliament. It is stated that it is not India, not to defeat India, no, not to conquer India in such a way. Their mindset is like that. Their unity is like that. Their culture and social order is like that. Then the device opted by Macaulay, 7 items were stated in his first report. Culturally, India is a big zero. Socially, India is a big zero. Financially, India is a big zero. 7 or 8 zero. According to his basic concept, India can claim any achievement in any field, then spread throughout the world. Throughout the world, as a second step, through Indian, I am not IAS or ICS, I am, through ICS and other educated people, they themselves impressed them that India is a country of nothing. I would like to say only one sentence and I conclude that point. Jatna Garbhayam Bharat. What do you mean by that? The richest country in the world. I have stated in my prepared speech, the contribution of Britain in 17th and 18th century, only 2.9% of the world trade was controlled by them. World GDP is concerned, less than 3%. At that time, our undivided India, its contribution was 23% to 33%. So world trade as a whole, we were controlling 30%, 27%, 28% every year. If we consider China also, 62% of the world trade was controlled by Eastern countries. And Britain's contribution, 2.9 in such a situation. Can our education system, I don't know, I am the chancellor, I can't criticize anybody. So I am keeping mum. Whether in discussion on our students about this, Ratna Garbhayam Bharat, Our education system, in education also Macaulay's document says, in education, Macaulay humiliated us, barbaric people. The word used is barbaric. The snakes, worshipping snake and other things. I am not going to the details. You see, such a situation, let's think about the historical situation at that time. Britain was in dark days. No knowledge. Our Tachashila, Nalanda, people, those who want expertise in education, knowledge, they are coming to India. That was a situation. So such a country was depicted as a country for nothing. They are not a progressive society. Such a feeling is still in the minds of the people. And one more word I want to add regarding this point. You see, the Britishers are concerned. They became a substantial economic country after the Industrial Revolution. What they did during the time of Industrial Revolution in India, our Deccan dress, number one in the world, I have given the details in my speech. Surat, dress, India was the best strong dress producing country in the world. They have studied our techniques, and in Dhaka muslin, they cut off the fingers. Then during the Industrial Revolution, after that they became the largest dress producing country in the world. Our raw materials are taking to them, they are producing it, and their market also in India. So all these things should be considered. That's why I have gone to that aspect. And in my speech, I have stated my own views on many things. Anyway, now we will have to do maximum for our local language, and Hindi, our national language, we promote it as an English, as a common media, common language. The purpose of the language is to convey ideas. English can be used. Our literary thing is concerned. Literary thing is something more than that. We can accept any language. Anobhatra krado yanda vishuddhaga. Let noble thoughts come from everywhere. We are prepared to receive. Our mind is not closed. We are not against anybody. And that is why I would like to say one thing you will have to bear in mind. In 1947, our country was divided. Then Hindustani music field is concerned. Many of our musicians went to Pakistan, Lahore, Karachi and other places. I can say so many names, but I am not taking your time. Majority of them returned within 2-3 years to our motherland, our Bharat, in Mumbai and other places. And Amjad Ali Khan, you heard about him. One among them is Amjad Ali Khan. Amjad Ali Khan came to India, returned to India. Then what he did was, he's a pious Muslim, his wife is a pious Muslim. Then through a notification in the Gazette, her name was changed, and as a mark of respect to South Indian Carnatic Queen, Subbalakshmi's name is given. This is the tradition of our country. Why these people all returned to India? This is dharmic concept, artistic concept. And in my speech, I have stated one sloga, Kirtan, by M.S. Subbalakshmi in 1966. First time India has got an opportunity to present presenting the Indian music there. That music, that way, that sentences, that poem is reproduced in my speech. If please go through it. But its meaning is very important. I can elicit that aspect in front of you. Last sentence, Sriyo Bhuyat Sagala Janana. So we are always thinking like that. We are not confined to our state or our country alone. But Sriyo Bhuyat Sagala Jananam. Who has written this poem also is very important. First poem presented in the UN in 1966 by Bharataratna, our M.S. Subbulakshmi. The meaning is this: cultivate friendship to conquer all hurts. Look upon others as yourself. Look upon others as yourself. Renounce war for sheer compassion. Given up wrongful aggression on others. Mother Earth is ready to grant all our desires. The Lord, our Father, is merciful to all. People of the world, be restrained, generous, and compassionate. May everyone be happy and prosperous. You see, I'm not taking much of your time. The present entire problems facing by us, human beings, solution is here. With respect to nature, Mother Earth is ready to grant all our desires. In one way or other way, Gandhiji and Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyaya also stated, desire, not greed. Mother Earth is ready to grant all our desires. Lord, our Father, is merciful to all. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu and other things. People of the world, be restrained, generous, and compassionate. May everyone be happy and prosperous. So, these types of things are there. Who wrote this poem? Shankaracharya of Kanchi, her guru, written this poem. She sought permission for going to UN in 1966. Then he prepared this poem and presented it to her, and she presented and conquered the world. I'm very happy to be with you now. And as far as education is concerned, I am quoting another conqueror of the world, Vishwavijayi Vivekanand. This is the concept. Education is not the amount of information that is put into your brain and runs right there, undigested all your life. We must have life building. We must have life building, men making, character making, assimilation of ideas. By correlating with this, you think about Atmanirbhar Bharat, and our Chief Minister has added one more thing, self-reliant GOA. This is not for merely for political gain. Not thinking about one election, but future generations. The only lighthouse is in India. That is why Swamiji Vivekananda's concept on another occasion, that is powerful words on education. Anything that makes you weak physically, intellectually, and spiritually, reject it as poison. So our education needs this, according to me, and this is a university. Of course, I don't know how many persons PhD is given now. So many persons from various subjects. But I am not against the modern technology. Information technology is progressing day by day. We should bear in mind our mind one aspect. We'll give maximum importance to that. We will never, or we never intended to close our eyes on the developments of the science. So information technology we will welcome. in its full swing. At the same time, just think about it. About 24 years, if your wife's phone number, your brother's phone number, your friend's phone number, everything stored in your. Now, without clicking into that mobile, can you remember the number of your close friend? Where we are going, that also may be considered. In our country, the only civilization in the world survived and still a source of inspiration for the world is our Bharata Varsha Bharat. How it developed? Shruti and Smriti. Shruti and Smriti. How India became the biggest, we are contributing the maximum number of these mathematics teachers to the world. How our students are studying mathematics about 10 years back. Of course, it's all these developments easy. You will easily get the problem solved and you will get the answer. After 25 years, if this condition, without considering the Bharatiya concept, where we will go? Shruti Smriti, our Vedas, repeating, reading, repeating. For producing a good musician in our Kerala state, I don't know what is here. At 4 a.m. or 5 a.m., the early morning, Brahma Muhurta, it is called Brahma Muhurta. They will go to a pond or a river. Cold water was there. Then up to this place, then these slogas and other things were repeated. This is a tradition. That is why you can remember everything. Not to remember anything in the mind, and only depending on these types of things. I don't know. I am not commenting anything. As a governor, I don't want to make any controversy. We'll think about it. Our country is still a rich country, and international level also. I don't know, none of the Goan papers report one important news item. Don't have, the press people are there, I am not criticizing. Mexican president proposed a resolution in the UN. In that resolution, for the world peace, Mexican president's proposal is that our Prime Minister, 3-member committee should be formed by the UN. One is UN Secretary General, other is that Pope, and thirdly, our Indian Prime Minister should be included in that committee. They will be able to provide peace to the people. That is what is suggested by Mexican president, and 4 days back that was an important news item in all newspapers and medias in the world, but I couldn't see it in Kerala and Goa. Then another thing also, Russia-Ukraine war is there. In Russia and Ukraine war, you see, only country in the world saved its citizens, our students, some Goan students are also there. Both parties agreed for India to provide some time, 3 hours or something. With the consent of both these fighting forces, Indian Prime Minister or Indian setup is in fact able to win over both countries, and we safely accept one boy from Karnataka. About 20,000 people were safely reached India, including Goa. This is our reputation in the world. And I am told that in some other paper I read that Pakistan students also saved themselves from that warring area by using Indian flags. So such a situation is there. I am not finding any plus point to any political party or any setup. But freely think about all these things. And university is molding the new generation. So inculcate all these things. I don't know whether it is in the curriculum of the university and other things. I leave it to you, sir. I am only a formal head. So you think about it, and let us hope the best. And I am congratulating all the students who received their degrees today. And may God bless you. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
The Honorable Vice Chancellor will now present a memento to Shri P.S. Sridharan Pillai, Honorable Governor of Goa and Chancellor of Goa University. The Honorable Vice Chancellor will now present a memento to Dr. Pramod Sawant, Honorable Chief Minister of Goa.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to request you to kindly dissolve this convocation.
I hereby declare that the 33rd annual convocation of Goa University is now dissolved.
All are kindly requested to rise for the national anthem. You are requested to remain standing until the procession leaves the hall after the national anthem.